Greetings all. Welcome to our little Facebook group that grew. My name is Rachel Horsley and I started Ukrainian Settlement Helpers Ottawa because I also wanted to help and got involved right away with setting up to host two young Ukrainians who were stranded outside of the country after they were on their honeymoon in Sri Lanka. There is a lot to consider when becoming a host, and this video will hopefully guide you through a few of the top questions that people ask. The first most common question is, how long will they stay? Well, that's going to be different depending on who you have, obviously. Do they speak English? How easy is it going to be for them to get a job? Our experience is that most people who we're talking to are eager and ready to get to work as soon as possible. That said, we do ask for a minimum 90-day commitment from the hosts. You can ensure a safe and warm welcome into our community by ensuring that they know they can count on you for 3 months. Some hosts will offer a longer stay. It is not easy to get a rental apartment in Ottawa that one can afford. Wages don't match the costs of living. So it may take some folks a little longer to get to where they need to be. And in those cases, longer hosting will be greatly appreciated. If you're not able to host for a longer period of time, that's okay. Just make it a part of your offer so we know that we need to rehouse people if they haven't been able to become independent in those 90 days. That way they also know what to expect, because surprising people by forcing them to find a new place without that previous notice is a lot of trauma to add on to the trauma that they're already experiencing. Another important question that gets asked often is, what about vaccinations? People coming from Ukraine are only about 30% vaccinated, so we do need to be prepared for that reality. The CanArrive app does track people, so they will be flagged coming through our system and need to go into isolation. Isolation can be accommodated within the host's home, and we have a document within our files section that can help to guide you, but that also needs to be presented when your guests arrive at the airport. The quarantine program or the isolation program may be augmented by the Canadian government's offer to host for up to 2 weeks in a hotel, but at this time we don't have that information. Another option is if your guest has access to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine where they are, then getting that vaccine before traveling will make it so that they can come through no problem. So maybe in some of the bigger cities, maybe in Paris or Berlin, anywhere in Germany, it's possible, but they need to find that out. The other option that doesn't change the need to isolate but may increase your comfort is if they're able to get one of the other accepted vaccines while they're still overseas, so that when they arrive they only need to get their following shots. For example, the Pfizer was shown to be 85% effective on its first shot. So that can provide a lot of peace of mind to a host, and that can be done right away when they come to Ontario as well, because vaccines are free here for COVID. How can they access health care? Well, thankfully, we now know that OHIP is going to become available. In the meantime, you have access to community health centers, which are funded by the province. They do not require an OHIP card in Ottawa, and there are many throughout our community. So please check in with us or take a look at our file section, because we have that information available for you and it can help you find the community health center closest to you. What are my responsibilities as a host? Well, initially, there's probably quite a bit, to be honest. Aside from providing a safe place and food and warmth and companionship, you will also need to help people access the systems that we have here that will support them. Initially, you'll want to take your guests to City Hall to get their social insurance number, to get their OHIP. You may even help them apply for the emergency funds from Ontario Works. You will definitely want to connect them with our contact at OCISO. OCISO is a settlement organization in Ottawa who's been receiving our clients, our community members directly, and helping them with things like language learning, employment, housing, and other things. OCISO is a treasure for our guests. Beyond that, we ask that you treat your your guests as family. What would you do if your family was in this situation? We really want you to extend your heart and allow your Ukrainian guests to lead you into their needs. Some folks will be really, really ready to spend lots of social time with you, and others may be slower to connect because they're struggling. All you can do is be present and care and make space for them to come to you. We have prepared documents that would help you to learn some skills and some language, so that when conversations that are difficult come up, that you have the tools to be able to respond. We also strongly suggest that you spend a good amount of time in that pre-arrival time talking through whatever tools your Ukrainian guest is going to use. Get to know each other, understand each other, and then on arrival, you need to make a plan together about how you're going to share space and resources. How many showers do you have? We need maybe to say no more than 10 minutes in the bathroom. Things like that. We will also provide you with some tools that will help guide you on those negotiations. So not only is this team here to help you however we can, there are many community agencies that are here to help as well. The school boards, OCISO, Refugee 613 does a lot of referrals. We have employers and employment agencies. We have social workers, counselors, mental health. There are many resources in this community, and we want to make sure that no host is alone and feeling like they can't meet the needs of their guest, or that they're watching their guests struggle unnecessarily. Translation is always available, and for free, and by volunteers or through OCISO or other organizations. We're really grateful for your help. Around the world, people are opening their arms, and we're part of a movement of compassion, and I am so proud of this community, and I'm so proud of the team of volunteers that is working 7 days a week, often 18 hours a day, to help make sure that everybody is safe and taken care of. Please join us.